Welcome. Welcome back to the Rich Rebel Volleyball pregame show. Yeah, forget all that noise, Rob. We're calling an audible because we don't really have time. If you don't know, we just called the football game over at the football field, and we did a mad dash, and I think we got set up in what? We were able to carry all of our equipment out and get set up in under 10 minutes?
I'd say 8:45.
8:45? I think that's impressive. I don't know if you guys think that's impressive. And honestly, it's super impressive.
We had a little extra help from Principal Taylor, which probably saved us the extra minute and 15 seconds.
Absolutely. We appreciate Mr. Taylor helping, and then I also appreciate Darlene Peterson trying to mess it all up with a volleyball. Because while you were gone, she would have hit you where you were, but she hit the wall of the camera, and then I caught it off the bounce. So luckily everything's all right, and we're going to go straight to the Bear Lake, Utah and Idaho scene set. And this is an interesting matchup. Number 1 and number 3 in the RPI standings coming into the week. And this is a very much improved Manila team led by sophomore Cameron Slaw, as she has 96 aces already this year.
Coach's daughter, correct?
That is the coach's daughter. That is absolutely correct. We're actually going to hear what Coach Slaw had to say about her daughter in the Coach's Show. We're going to go to that right now.
What do you really attribute to the girls becoming that much better, that much quicker? Because you still only have 12 kids in the whole entire program.
Really, it's just this is a really special group of girls. They always have been. You know, I've coached them for a really long time, so we all have a really, really good relationship with each other just because we've had this coach-player relationship for 4 or 5 years. So they just really, we're just really in sync with each other. You know, I know them, they know me, they know how I coach, they know what's expected of them. But they're all competitors, and they all really, really, really just want to win. So they really do. They're willing to work hard and, you know, try to get better, and they do anything I ever ask them to. They're more than willing to do it. So, I mean, a lot of it is I just ended up with a really awesome group of girls.
Have any of your players really took the reins in the leadership roles this year?
That's another thing kind of unique about them. I wouldn't say that there's any one who's kind of taken on that role. I feel like they all have taken on that role when they needed to. You know, there's been some games where, you know, one of them is struggling, and so somebody else kind of steps in to kind of keep everyone focused and, you know, not worried about, you know, what's happening. And then, you know, and then the next game, it might be complete opposite. Maybe that person is now struggling, and then, you know, somebody else kind of steps in and takes on that leadership role. So they really kind of all do it when it's needed.
So as we mentioned earlier, you guys have moved all the way up to number 3 in the RPI rankings. Rich, of course, is ranked number 1 this week after they leapfrog Panguitch again. Is there any extra motivation knowing that the team you're going against on Friday is the number 1 team in the state?
I've really just been trying to approach just every game the same, no matter who we're playing. It is awesome to go up against, you know, teams that are better than us and, you know, have more experience. And because I think that's where we kind of learn where we stand, what we need to get better at. So I think we learn the most from those games. So I'm super excited to go in and play Rich, you know, regardless of what happens, because I know that my team can definitely take something from this game.
So Rich is 1-0 against you guys this year, but did you learn anything from that previous game?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we definitely learned exactly what we needed to do to be better. You know, we didn't have a great passing game, so we need to be better passers all the time. And we did the pass serve game. I feel like our serves have gotten better and stronger, you know, but we're still working on that passing, you know, really, really hard, because it's a hard skill to learn and just takes a lot of time and practice. So, I knew that we needed to be better at passing. We need to just have, you know, more, just be more, I guess, focused on, you know, what we need to do as, like, you know, our hitters, how they need to be able to terminate a ball when there's a big block in front of them, or, so we did take a lot from that game.
So going into this matchup, you have the leading server in the state in terms of aces in Cameron Slaw, who I think you know pretty well. She has 96 aces on the season. Can you just talk about the impact she has on the floor?
Yeah, she's by far our best server. So she's always my first server. And she's been working really hard this year, just trying to dial in her serve a little bit better, and just be even more effective with it than she has been in the past. So she's been, she was jump serving consistently when she was in 8th grade. So she's been working on it for a long time. But this year, definitely, she's been able to kind of, serve more to specific spots. And we've been really working on her short jump float serve. That's something she's been really working on this year. But she just really has, I don't really know why, but she just has a really awesome touch. She has a super good contact. And, she can make that ball to where it does not even move in the air. And it's really cool to watch.
A knuckleball serve is one of my favorite serves in the game of volleyball. I would have to agree with you on that. Where does she stand all time in Manila high school history in terms of aces right now?
I honestly have no idea. I haven't even looked, because we really have been, it's really cool what she's done. I don't want to downplay it, but, really at this point, we're still working on just getting better. That is just pretty much still most of our focus is just getting better and being able to play at a super high level. So I really haven't even looked at records or anything.
You can downplay it all you want, but I'm in the media, and it's my job to bring that stuff to the forefront, because that is an incredible season. Coach, I want to thank you for your time. Thank you so much. This was a great interview. Good luck the rest of the way.
All right, thank you very much.
When we return, we'll hear from Rebel head coach Wendy Lamborn on the Stacy's Repair Coaches Show. When you need a repair, take it to the ones who truly care. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff.
If you've never heard a mechanic say they truly care, then you've been at the wrong place. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff is a family-owned and operated business open since 1992. Offering all types of maintenance and repair services, you can be sure your vehicle is operating at its best. Whether your vehicle is older or the newest model, gas or diesel, we fix and maintain them all. Also offering chip repair, windshield replacement, and tires. When your vehicle needs a mechanic, bring it to the ones who truly care. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff.
So it's homecoming week. It was my favorite week in high school. I'm sure plenty of the kids feel the same way. What's kind of the message during the week?
It's a fun week. It's a fun week for the kids. They love it. Time that they get together as a school and come together as a school. I love homecoming week, and they love to be able to cheer for each other and support each other, and it's just a really fun week. So I hope they embrace it and have a great week together as a team.
Have you guys talked about the possibility of what the atmosphere could look like on Friday?
They know what that is, and they like to. I think they'll come and put on a show, and I think that'll be fun for them. Good.
So tonight, number 2, number 3 in the state, going head to head. You guys have the home court advantage this time. What can we expect?
It's going to be a great night. I think the girls are here to play, and they love the support of the crowd and the atmosphere and the football team and all of those things. So with all those things, I think it'll be a fun show that they can put on tonight.
Speaking of atmosphere, homecoming, it should be a great atmosphere and something you guys have risen to the occasion. The atmosphere I think of is Bear Lake, where you guys rose to the occasion in the final 3 sets. I expect something similar. Do you?
Absolutely. Bear Lake was a great game to show us what we really have deep inside when things just aren't going exactly like we had planned. We know that we can dig down and come back, and everything will be great.
Quality is the one thing that you can always count on when you do business with Ellingford Brothers in Evanston. Whether you're looking for strong, high-quality cement for construction, sand and gravel for road base, a cement trough or critter ladder for your livestock, or steel fabrication, including custom towing packages, bumpers, and other vehicle accessories, you always get high-quality products and friendly, knowledgeable service at Ellingford's. Stop in today, 199 County Road, Evanston.
Unfortunately, we do not have time to go to the Ellingford Brothers Standout Student of the Week, as it's unfortunate we won't be able to hear from Jeremy Brown as we played that during halftime of the football game. But we have 15 seconds before the buzzer ends as they're warming up with their serves right now. And we're going to go to the Western Ag Credit starting lineups. And for Manila, Rob, I think it's pretty easy to figure out who's starting.
Number 1, Reagan Browning. She's a sophomore. Sadie Davis, number 2, also a sophomore. Abby Schofield. Kate Bambro, number 8. She's a junior. Number 10, Kelly Blair. She's a sophomore. And Cameron Slaw, the ace specialist, number 15, who's a sophomore as well.
One thing you notice about that, Rob, no seniors on the team. This is a very young Manila team that has gotten rapidly better. And we're going to go to the national anthem before the starting lineup. So we're going to go radio silence real quick for the national anthem. Before we get to the Rebels starting lineup, Rob, we just want to thank all of our sponsors for sponsoring today's pregame show, especially the town of Randolph. I know that not a lot of our sponsors are going to get a mention just because we had an abbreviated pregame show, but thank you to the town of Randolph and all of our sponsors, Ellingford Brothers, etc. As we're going to go to the Western Ag Rich Rebels starting lineup.
Principal Taylor's reading off the sportsmanship statement from the Utah High School Athletic Association. Sage Lundgren on the national anthem, who was joined by Meredith Coonrod and Jasmine Ennis to sing it in the football game, so she gets a double duty today.
Yeah, actually, a couple of them sang it over the radio. I don't know if they realized that or not, but they put the headsets on and they sang. They sang their hearts out over the radio. As they're going over the in-house starting lineups for the Mustangs. We'll wait for the in-house lineups for the Rebels to go over them just because there's only 6 players on the Manila Mustangs. We weren't able to get starting lineups because, once again, we had to make the mad dash from the press box on the football field over to the volleyball court, and we'll try to figure out the starting lineups for the Rebels as they go. Junior Nia Jolly will start for the Rebels. She's coming in at 5'9", as well as 6-foot senior number 8 outside hitter Darlene Peterson. Number 9, she's a junior standing at 5'4", but she's got hops, Casey Wilson. Number 10, senior 5'8", outside hitter Ellie Argyle. Number 25, outside hitter junior Violet Taylor. And rounding out the starting lineup, number 41 in white, Hannah Scott. She's a junior and a middle blocker coming in at 5'9". And Rob, it finally feels like we could take a break. Or take a breath, not a break. We don't get a break, but we get a breath as the score is not 26-0 Manila over Rich right now in set 4. It is 0-0 heading into set 1 as we reset the score. That was the score of the football game. The Rebels football team falls 26-0 to a very, very good Lovell Bulldogs. And sounds like we're ready to go. Both teams are fired up. And why wouldn't they be, Rob? This should be an exciting matchup.
I wish I had the stats from the first matchup, but I wasn't there in Manila as they played actually before school started.
That they did. They also played in the administration gym, if you didn't know that.
I do remember watching it, but
Definitely a very interesting way to broadcast a volleyball game. But back to a more traditional way. I want to say traditional, but we haven't called very many games from these bleachers, Rob, or the press box at home. We've been on the road quite a bit for both squads, and it's good to see the Rebels take a home region matchup against Manila. Of course, a lot on the line. The Rebels undefeated in sets and in region play. They are 6-0. Manila 3-3.
it's like Violet Taylor's going to get the opening serve.
It will indeed be Violet Taylor. She will get us underway here with the Pam Cornea at Town & Country beginning serve. Kills are brought to you by Bear Lake Realty, blocks by Epic Recreation. As the serve is underway, dug out in the back row by the Mustangs. As it's Slaw, she tips it over, ball on the Rebel side. They go to Peterson. Peterson's attack off the arms and out of bounds. Darlene Peterson gets us started right away as the Rebels take a 1-0 lead here in the first set. Taylor to serve again over the net. Dug out in the back row by Bear. Safely played over by Cameron Slaw. Ball on the Rebel side. Peterson bumps it to Wilson. Back to Peterson. Peterson tries an attempt on the Mustang side. Slaw with the dig. They go to Bear in the middle of the court. Nicely dug out by Casey Wilson. Ball on the Rebel side. Hannah Scott attacks from the middle of the floor. Mustangs get the possession. Slaw, she'll attack from the far side. Dug out by Peterson on the Rebel side. Scott's going to safely bump it over. And that's going to fall. Hannah Scott picks up a reverse bump kill. 2-0 Rebels. They lead early in set one. Violet Taylor will serve for the Rebels. Ball's over the net. Off the arms of Sadie Davis, out of bounds. Give an ace to Violet Taylor. That is brought to you by the Crawford Trough. As digs are brought to you by the Town of Woodruff. Timeouts, T7 Propane. The Fan Cam, Bear Lake Realty and Gary McKee. The scoreboard station on Main. As they try Davis again, she digs it out. Attack from Browning is over the net. Pushed back over by Scott really quickly. Mustangs have possession. They go to the left wing for Slaw. Her bump, her attempt no good. Peterson, she's going to bury that one on the hardwood at the free throw line as she attacks from the left wing. Gives the Rebels the quick 4-0 lead as we update the station on Main scoreboard. Darlene Peterson with 2 quick kills already. Violet Taylor to serve. That ball's going to be off of the arms of Sadie Davis, out of bounds. Another ace. Crawford Trough ace for Violet Taylor. Those kills by Darlene Peterson are brought to you by Bear Lake Realty. Taylor serves it again. This time she tries Browning on the far side. Davis is going to have to attack from the back row. Rebels have possession. Wilson bumps it to Jolly on the right wing. Jolly tips it over, and Nia Jolly picks up a kill. And Rob, you know things are going well when Nia Jolly's earning kills.
I'm going to call that a 6-0 run. How's that?
That is a 6-0 run, and head coach Devin Slaw has had enough. She wants to calm her team down. With that, you're listening to Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rebels Volleyball on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. We'll be back in a minute.
You're invited to come in and visit with the team at Cache Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley today. Our customers are our friends. If you haven't ever been in, stop in today. We'd love to get to know you. If you haven't been in for a while, stop in and let's get caught up. And if you were here yesterday, come back again soon. You always have an open invitation to visit the crew at Cache Honda Yamaha, where our customers are our friends, on US 91 between Logan and Smithfield.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth. We're in the middle of a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rebels Volleyball on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. Rebels on a 6-0 run to start the game. Violet Taylor over the net. Diving effort. Sadie Davis, no avail. Give Violet Taylor another Crawford Trough ace as Violet Taylor at the server's position has been at the forefront of this 7-0 run. She'll serve again. Over the net. Nicely dug out there by Browning. Mustangs attack with Slaw from the 10-foot line. Over on the Rebel side. Dug out. They go to Peterson. Peterson tips it over the net. Nicely played there by Bambro. Mustangs have the ball. That is tipped by Nia Jolly, and that falls in on the Rebel side. Nia Jolly with the wry smile. She lets that go. It finds the arms of one of her teammates. Unfortunately, it falls on the Rebel side. That ends the 7-0 run. It will be Cameron Slaw to serve, and why not? 96 aces, dug out by Ellie Argyle. Rebels have the ball. They go to Peterson on the left wing. Her attack off the arms of Browning. Mustangs have it with Davis. She'll attack from the back row. Nicely dug out on the Rebel side by Taylor. Peterson, left wing attack again, tips it. That's snuffed out by Bambro. Mustangs have to push it over. Rebels have it again. They go back to Peterson. Why not? She attacks Off the arms, out of bounds of Reagan Browning. The crushing Russian strikes again, Rob. How many kills early is that for her?
3.
3 kills early for Darlene Peterson. As it'll be Hannah Scott to serve. Rebels lead 8-1 on the Station on Main scoreboard. We're in set 1. Hannah Scott lets it go. Nicely dug out by Bambro of the Mustangs. A little miscommunication. Sadie Davis is going to have to play it over. Rebels have the ball. Wilson sets up Peterson. Peterson lets it go. I think she mishit that one, but Davis is able to get to it. Nicely played back into play by Abby Schofield. Rebels have the attack. They go to Argyle. Argyle attacks, goes long, out of bounds. Ellie Argyle just misses the back line. Out of bounds from attack from the middle of the floor by about 2 feet. 8-2. Rebels over the Mustangs on the Station on Main scoreboard. Callie Bear will serve, and she unleashes a serve. Violet Taylor digs it out. They go to Peterson on the near side. Off the net, that's going to be 4 hits. That dig by Violet Taylor is brought to you by the town of Woodruff. 8-3, the Station on Main scoreboard reads as the Manila Mustangs have the last 2 points. Callie Bear will serve again, as her jump serve is going to go long out of bounds. That nearly hits the back wall on the fly. 9-3. Safe to say, Rob, that Callie Bear got all of that one.
Little too much.
Nia Jolly will serve for the Rebels. She approaches on the right wing. Her jump serve nicely dug out on the right wing in the back row by Bambro. And they're going to call a double hit violation against the Mustangs. That gives the Rebels a 10-3 lead, 7-point lead on the Station on Main scoreboard. Nia Jolly to serve once again. Jolly on the approach, lets it go. That's dug out by Bambro as they go to Bear on the attack. Nicely dug out by the Rebels. An attack on the Rebels side has the ball go back to the Mustangs. They dig it out. Slaw, her attack dug out by Violet Taylor, brought to you by the town of Woodruff. They go to Peterson on the left wing. She tips it over. Bambro with the dig. Dump set from the Mustangs to no avail as the Rebels attack. Blocked at the front of the net by Schofield. They're actually going to say that hit the net. That's 4 hits. 10-4, Mustangs. Trail the Rebels by 6. They have the serve. It will be Abby Schofield. Schofield serves as the setter for the Mustangs. She attacks the ball. Violet Taylor of the town of Woodruff dig. Casey Wilson sets up Peterson on the left wing. She tips it off the front of the net. That'll be 4 hits. As Peterson didn't quite get enough of that ball to get it over. Rebels have doubled up the Mustangs 10-5 on the Station on Main scoreboard here in set 1. As Schofield's attack dug out by Ellsworth. They go to Peterson. She tips it over, and that's going to fall. Darlene Peterson gets a tip kill. 11-5 on the Station on Main scoreboard.
And she earns the serve.
Darlene Peterson approaches on the left wing. She unleashes. That ball is dug out by Callie Bear. They attack from the back line from Reagan Browning, and that's going to be a kill for Browning. She attacks that ball from her side of the floor in the back line, off the arms of Peterson, out of bounds. 11-6, Mustangs crawling back. Reagan Browning to serve after she earned the kill. She approaches, jump serve on the way, off the top of the net. Nothing the Rebels could do about that as that ball falls. Rob, you can't really do anything when the ball stops like that in midair.
Nice little let.
Browning serves once again. Approaches with a jump serve. They trail by 4. Rebels get the ball. Wilson, they set up Argyle on the far side. Argyle picks up the kill as Ellie Argyle unleashes that spike into the arms of the front row down to the side of the Mustangs. 12-7, Rebels with the lead. Argyle picks up the kill. She'll
and gets the serve.
Argyle serve off the arms of Bear. They play it back to Bear. She'll play it over the net. Rebels have the ball. Wilson sets up Violet Taylor. Violet Taylor with a tip over the net off a couple of Mustangs players. They play it over. Nicely deflected into the air by Casey Wilson. Hannah Scott bumps it over. Mustangs on the attack. They set up Slaw on the near side, and actually Slaw on the left wing. They're going to call a lifting violation against the Mustangs. 13-7, Rebels with the lead. Ellie Argyle will serve once again. She serves from the middle of the floor. Off the top of the net, nicely dug out by Browning. Good concentration there as Bear, she'll attack. 10-on-10 crime as Argyle digs that out. They go to Hannah Scott on the Rebel side. Scott, her attack dug nicely by the Mustangs. Slaw will attack for the Mustangs. Ball back on the Rebel side with Ellsworth with a dig. Hannah Scott will attack from the middle of the floor. She finds Bear. Bear, that's going to be into the net, called against the Mustangs as Callie Bear had to chase that ball down. She bumps the net. Rebels double up the Mustangs again, 14-7. It'll be Argyle to serve once again. She lets it go, and that is
That's
on
an
the
ace.
back line. Beautiful serve there from Ellie Argyle. She picks up the Crawford Trough ace to go along a few with her Bear Lake Realty kills. 15-7, Rebels with the lead on the Station on Main scoreboard. Serve once again over the net. Hannah Scott drops the hammer as the Mustangs make a mistake playing it back over. Hannah Scott buries it off the arms of the back line. 16-7, Hannah Scott gets herself on the scoreboard with the kill. Ellie Argyle will serve again. 10-on-10 crime as Bear digs that out. Mustangs will play it to Slaw. Slaw plays it over. Rebels have the ball. Wilson sets up Taylor on the left wing. Nicely dug there by Schofield. Mustangs have the ball. Sadie Davis attacks off the fingertips of Hannah Scott. She does a good job to play it back over as the Mustangs attack with Davis. Davis with a nifty little tip there. She finds the open space. 16-8.
Nice play by Davis because there were 3 Rebels up there for the block.
Davis with the kill and the serve. She attacks Peterson of the Town of Woodruff dig. Casey Wilson tries a dump set to no avail. That ball is into the net, down on the side of the Rebels. 16-9, Rebels with the lead. Sadie Davis will serve again. The sophomore approaches, lets it go. Violet Taylor with the dig. Peterson will bump it. Wilson safely plays it over. Mustangs have the ball. Davis digs it out. They go to Browning, her attack. She finds Argyle's arms. Rebels have the ball. They go to Scott, middle of the floor attack. Too long, out of bounds. Hannah Scott just about a foot long. 16-10, Mustangs. With the ball, they trail by 6 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Sadie Davis will serve. Davis finds the arms of Peterson. Wilson will set up Scott in the middle of the floor. Scott attacks, nicely dug out on the Mustang side. The Mustangs attack. Rebels have the ball. Wilson. She finds Taylor, left wing, tip attempt, nicely read there by Bambro. Mustangs have the ball. They just flip it over the net. Casey Wilson with a quick attempt. They find Davis in the backfield. An attack from the middle of the floor by Bambro. Nicely dug out there by Ellsworth, but that will be to no avail as 2 Rebels run into each other on the near side. Ball goes into the crowd. 16-11, Rebels with the lead. Good effort there from Ava Ellsworth as she was able to get her hands up quickly to keep that ball in. Sadie Davis serves. That ball's going to go out of bounds long. Service error charge to Davis. Rebels earn a point. Checking back into the game for the Rebels. Number 4, Nia Jolly. She'll replace Ava Ellsworth.
Nice move by Casey Wilson on that set. She wasn't in a position to be able to set the ball, just tipped it over.
Speaking of Casey Wilson, she'll serve. That goes into the net. 17-12 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Since that opening run of 6-0, when the Rebels really trampled the Mustangs, it's been back and forth. As Bambro serves to Taylor. Wilson sets it up for Scott. Scott from the middle of the floor. Off the arms of Davis. Good effort there from Reagan Browning to try to keep that alive. She'll hit it into the wall, out of bounds. 18-12. Rebels over the Mustangs. You like that little pun there? Trampled?
I did.
Completely by accident. Can't take any credit for that whatsoever as Violet Taylor will serve. She was at the head of that 7-0 run. Nicely dug on the back row by Davis. They go to the middle of the floor where Bambro tips it over. Scott gets a piece of it. Peterson plays it over to the Mustang side. Mustangs go to Slaw. Slaw attacks. That's going to be out of bounds on the Rebels side of the court. 19-11, the Rebels lead as Slaw's attack goes just wide. It'll be Violet Taylor to serve again. She serves nicely dug. Peterson with an attempt. Darlene Peterson will make you pay every time you play the ball right over the net. That's a dangerous area to bump it, especially to Darlene Peterson. 20-12. Rebels with the lead.
They call that a happy birthday.
It's a gift. Christmas is a few months away, but still handing out gifts as Violet Taylor serves it over the net. Reagan Browning digs it out. They go to Sadie Davis. She attacks from the back row. Hannah Scott gets her fingertips to it. Peterson will unleash, and that ball falls. The Crushing Russian strikes again, Rob.
6 kills in the set.
21-12, Rebels with the lead, but don't look now. It's a quick 4-0 run for the Rebels since Taylor's been at the service spot. Davis with the dig. Slaw with the attack. Argyle can't quite get to it as she bumps that ball out of bounds off the wall. That ends the run. 21-13, Rebels with the lead. As it'll be Cameron Slaw to serve. She approaches, lets it go. Nicely dug out there by Violet Taylor as they go to Peterson on the left wing. They're going to call it lift against the Rebels. 21-14, Rebels lead by 7 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Not real good at math, Rob.
Wasn't my strong suit either.
Cameron Slaw, she'll serve again. She unleashes, and that ball knuckles. That's going to be long out of bounds. But when you watch Cameron Slaw serve, you can see it knuckling through the air. It's kind of cool. Checking into the ball game, going straight to the server spot. Number 21, Janie Walentine. She'll serve, replace Hannah Scott. Walentine with the serve over the net, dug out by Slaw. They go back to Slaw. She'll attack from the three-point line. Off the arms of Wilson. Violet Taylor chases it down, plays it where Walentine tried to go off the wall, Ichiro style. Tried to climb the wall to get that. Got to respect the effort there from Walentine. Just couldn't quite get to it. 22-15 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Callie Bear will serve. Peterson digs it out 10 on 10. Argyle digs it out 10 on 10 crime. They're going to call a lift on Casey Wilson. 22-16, Rebels with the lead. It'll be Bear to serve again. Bear lets it go. Violet Taylor to her knees to dig that out. They go to Peterson, left wing, her attack. Nicely blocked at the front of the net by Bambro. Ball played over to the Mustang side. It's going to be Sadie Davis to attack from the middle of the floor. Wilson with the Town of Woodruff dig. They set up Argyle. Argyle nicely with the left hand. Tips it away from the blockers. Crafty little kill there. That kill is brought to you by Bear Lake Realty by Ellie Argyle. Nia Jolly will serve for the Rebels. Nia Jolly approaches, lets it go. Dug out in the back row by Slaw. Mustangs attack with Davis at the front of the net. Nicely dug out by Peterson on the Rebel side. They go back to her left wing attack. No good, out of bounds. I think the whole gym wanted that one. 23-17, Rebels with the lead. Abby Schofield to serve for the Mustangs. She lets it go. High arcing serve. Ava Ellsworth back into the game. She digs it out. They go to Argyle. Argyle's attack. Dug out on the Mustang side by Bambro. An attack from Davis will fall to the floor. Sadie Davis picks up a kill. 23-18. And Rob, after that first little run that the Rebels had, the Mustangs have really fought back. Schofield again to serve. Ava Ellsworth digs it out. Walentine plays it to Wilson. Wilson with a reverse bump over the net. Mustangs have the ball. Schofield sets up Bear on the far side. Rebels with the attack. Peterson tried to punch that ball, and that's going to be in as that was blocked by Sadie Davis. Nice block there. Ball falls. Don't look now. Rebels lead by 4, 23-19. Abby Schofield to serve. She attacks. That's going to fall. An ace for Schofield, 23-20, and Coach Wendy Lamborn's seen enough of that. With that, we're going to go to a timeout. A T7 Propane timeout. We're listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Volleyball on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
You're invited to come in and visit with the team at Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley today. Our customers are our friends. If you haven't ever been in, stop in today. We'd love to get to know you. If you haven't been in for a while, stop in and let's get caught up. And if you were here yesterday, come back again soon. You always have an open invitation to visit the crew at Cache Honda Yamaha, where our customers are our friends, on US 91 between Logan and Smithfield.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth. You listen to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels Volleyball on 98.3 FM, online at mylocalradio.com. I don't know if you can hear the crowd behind us, but Rob, we are in a rocking Rebels gym, as this has been an awesome atmosphere so far in the first set.
Manila's well represented here.
Abby Schofield will get us back going after the timeout. She unleashes a serve that's out of bounds. Janie Walentine with a little bit of dodgeball gym class pays off there as she backed up out of bounds to try to get out of the way of that ball. Rebels have set point. It will be Darlene Peterson to do the honors.
Trying to get a substitute in for the Rebels. Hannah Scott for Janie Walentine. And not going to happen.
As a couple of the Rebels.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's up with that one.
I don't know. They're laughing at Hannah as Darlene Peterson puts it over the net. Mustangs attack from the back row. As that ball's off Darlene Peterson's arms. Takes a funny bounce. Violet Taylor's there to save it. Argyle plays it over. Mustangs have the ball. They go to Browning. Browning on the right wing attacks. Peterson and Taylor. Diving effort from Violet Taylor. No avail. 24-21. Rebels are going to have to win the set on the return, as it'll be Reagan Browning to serve. As she approaches, lets it go into the net. Rebels take set one, 25-21 over the Mustangs. With that, you're listening to Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels Volleyball on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. Once again, the Rebels win set one on the Station on Main scoreboard, 25-21. We'll be back after this.
You're invited to come.
Amazing people work at the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier. From the receptionists to the doctors, the x-ray techs to the food service staff, from the phlebotomist to housekeeping and everyone in between. The care you receive can't be matched anywhere else. We really care about your health. We care about you. We work hard to have top quality equipment and facilities and provide a wide range of services so we can serve every patient. When selecting your healthcare providers, choose Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. You'll feel the difference.
At Rich School District, we believe that success motivates individuals, and every student is capable of learning. We believe an effective classroom facilitates learning. We believe in the development of lifelong learners, and we believe that a quality education makes a difference. Student involvement equals student success. Currently, 93% of Rich High students participate in extracurricular activities. Rich School District, providing a quality, well-rounded education for each student.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth. We're in the middle of a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rebels Volleyball on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. And we got some stats courtesy of Rob Leifson.
Rebels with 11 kills in the first set to Manila's 5. 4 aces for the Rebels, all from Violet Taylor. Nope, 1 from Ellie Argyle. 2 aces for the Mustangs. The down point of the Rebels in that first set, 12 unforced errors. 5 for the Mustangs. 1 service error for the Rebels, 5 for the Mustangs. And that 7-0 run would probably be the highlight of that first set by Violet Taylor.
We are in the LSR Refrigerated second set. Devin Slaw has the Pam Corney at Town and Realty opening serve as Violet Taylor will attack. Violet Taylor will get us on the board in set 2 with the first Bear Lake Realty kill of the second set. As Violet Taylor with some nice touch there to get it over the front row in front of the back row as we adjust the score dot. She gets the kill and the serve. Nicely dug out in the back row by the Mustangs. Slaw will attack from the 10-foot line. Rebels have the ball. They go to Peterson. Left wing attack off the fingertips in the front. That falls. The Crushing Russian strikes again as that's her seventh Bear Lake Realty kill of the game. 2 Bear Lake Realty kills right off the bat for the Rebels. They lead 2-0 in the LSR Refrigerated second set. Violet Taylor serves. Slaw digs it out. They go to Davis for an attack off the net. That's going to be 4 hits. 3-0 Rebels. As Taylor will serve. Bambro digs it out on the Mustang side. They go to the front as it's nicely played over by Bear. Peterson will attack. Mustangs with a dig, and that's Slaw. Davis has the attack. Ball back to the Rebels. Wilson with the dig. They go to Peterson. Her left wing attack. Diving effort in the back row by Sadie Davis keeps it alive. Reagan Browning. She'll attack for the Mustangs. The Rebels have the ball. They go to Peterson again. This time, Darlene Peterson can't be stopped. Number 8 has her 8th Bear Lake Realty kill. 4-0 Rebels. Here in the LSR Refrigerated second set. On the Station on Main scoreboard, Violet Taylor lets the serve go. Off the arms of Bambro. Nicely saved by Browning. Diving effort from Schofield keeps it alive. Rebels have the ball and the attack. Scott will attack the back line. Just out of bounds. Hannah Scott missed by mere inches. That stops the 4-0 run to start set number 2, which is brought to you by LSR Refrigerated and the entire Wallentine family. As that serve from Bear, nicely dug out, 10-on-10 crime by Argyle. They go to Jolly, middle of the court attack. One-arm dig from Browning on the Mustang side. That's going to be played safely over by Schofield. Wilson has the ball. She'll set up Peterson. Peterson mishits it into the net. 4-2. Rebels lead on the station on main scoreboard. As it'll be Bear to serve once again. Bear lets the serve go. Peterson sets it up for Wilson. Wilson to Scott. Hannah Scott picks up the kill on the wing. And Rob, that's not a spot we see Hannah Scott attack from very often. Rebels are varying their attack.
That's nice. Maybe change of pace for the Rebels.
Hannah Scott gets the kill and the serve. Devin Slaw with the dig on the Mustang side. She'll attack from the back row. Violet Taylor, middle of the back row, digs it out for the Rebels. They go to Peterson, left wing attack off the tip of the front row. Nicely done. Slaw will attack from the back line on the right wing. Hannah Scott with the dig on the left wing. Argyle attacks. She finds the back left corner. Ellie Argyle with a beautiful attack there. Puts the Rebels up 6-2 in the LSR Refrigerated second set. That kill is brought to you by Bear Lake Realty. Hannah Scott will serve. She lets it go. That's going to be out of bounds. Service error charge to Hannah Scott. 6-3 Rebels have doubled up the Mustangs here in the LSR Refrigerated second set. Abby Schofield will serve off the top of the net. Diving effort from Scott to no avail. Once again, if you can hit the top of the tape in the right spot, you're going to get an ace. Once again, that proves true for the Mustangs. As Schofield will serve again. She unleashes. That ball's going to go out of bounds long. As that ball was just a little too strong by about 1.5 feet in the back row. Checking in the game for the Rebels, number 21, Wallentyne. She'll replace Scott. Nia Jolly to serve. Jolly approaches, lets it go. Nicely dug out by Reagan Browning. Abby Schofield plays it to Slaw. Slaw will attack. Rebels will have the ball. That's going to go out of bounds. Good hustle from Casey Wilson to try to keep that ball alive. 7-5. Mustangs with the lead. Checking in the game for the Rebels, number 7, Ava Ellsworth. She'll replace Jolly. 7-5, the Rebels lead on the station on main scoreboard as Reagan Browning will serve. She lets it go. Nicely dug out there by Ellsworth. They go to Argyle. Middle of the floor attack off the tips of the front row. Davis got her hands to it. She'll get an attack from the middle of the floor. That's going to be off of the arms of Violet Taylor. Good concentration from Wilson as that ball hit the ceiling. Played over by the Rebels. And that's going to fall on the side of the Mustangs as a little miscommunication. I think they expected Darlene Peterson to hit that ball as she jumped in front of the net. Peterson didn't touch it. Ball falls. Peterson will serve now for the Rebels. She serves it to Bear in the back row. Slaw's going to have to attack from the 10-foot line for the Mustangs. Rebels have the ball. They go to Taylor. Her left wing attack is good. Violet Taylor tips it over the front row, but it falls in the back row. Violet Taylor with the soft touch there picks up another Bear Lake Realty kill.
Just her second.
That's her second kill of the game. Peterson will serve. As it's
Happy
Bear.
birthday.
As an attempt there from Taylor, she was unable to capitalize as the Mustangs are going to play it back over. Ava Ellsworth with the town of Woodruff dig. They go to Argyle, middle of the floor, into the net. 9-6. Rebels with the lead in the LSR Refrigerated second set. As it'll be number 2, Sadie Davis, the sophomore, to serve for the Mustangs. She approaches into the net. Rebels will pick up the point on the service error. 10-6, checking back into the game for the Rebels, number 41, Hannah Scott. She replaces Janie Wallentyne. Speaking of Wallentyne, this set is brought to you by LSR Refrigerated and the entire Wallentyne family as Argyle serve goes into the net. So we got dueling service errors. We'll bring Kate Bambro to the server spot. As she attacks from the left wing, that serve is into the net. 3 straight service errors as Nia Jolly will check into the game for the Rebels, replacing Ava Ellsworth. Casey Wilson will serve for the Rebels. Wilson serve over the net, breaks the chain of errors. Dump set by Schofield, snuffed out by the Rebels. Taylor will attack on the left wing. Nicely dug out in the back row by Sadie Davis. Mustangs have the ball. Battle at the net, won by the Mustangs. Rebels are able to play it over. Hannah Scott off the top of the tape. Diving effort from Schofield keeps it alive. Sadie Davis punches it over. Nicely dug out by Ellie Argyle. Scott will attack from the middle of the floor. Dug out in the back row by Davis. Slaw with an attack for the Mustangs. Diving effort from Casey Wilson keeps the ball alive for the Rebels. Hannah Scott's going to safely bump it over where Reagan Browning will play it. The Mustangs have the ball. They attack middle of the floor. Nicely done there from Wilson to keep it alive. Violet Taylor bumps it over. Mustangs attack again. This time, it's Bear in the middle of the floor. She gets the kill as that ball goes off the arms of Ellie Argyle in the back row falls to the floor. 11-8, Rebels with the lead. It'll be Cameron Slaw to serve. Devin Slaw, of course, the head coach of the Mustangs. Slaw serve off the arms of Argyle, out of bounds. That's another ace for Cameron Slaw. Give her 97 on the season. If you missed our pregame show where we talked about how many aces she had, that's an incredible number. She'll attack again. This time Argyle's able to dig it out. They go to Taylor on the left wing. Taylor's attack no good. 11-10. Rebels with the 1-point lead over the Mustangs. It'll be Cameron Slaw to serve. Slaw, her serve dug out by Peterson. Wilson plays it to Scott. Scott's going to bump it over to Slaw. Mustangs have the ball and the attack. Browning attacks from the 10-foot line. Nicely done there by Violet Taylor to dig that out. Scott will attack. They're going to call a lift against Casey Wilson, and that's going to give the Mustangs 11 points. Now we're tied 11-11 on the Station on Main scoreboard here in the LSR Refrigerated second set. Cameron Slaw, the sophomore, will serve. I don't know if Cameron Slaw is the person the student section wants to chirp when she serves. Dug out, though, by the Rebels as Violet Taylor will bump it over. Mustangs have the attack. And it's Bear. Her attack into the net. That ends the Mustangs' run as the Rebels will take over 12-11. And more importantly, Rob, it gets Cameron Slaw off the server spot.
Off the server's line, yep.
Violet Taylor will serve for the Rebels. Dug out in the back row by Bambro, and it looks like Sadie Davis got her arms to that ball, so instead of an ace, we'll give her a bravo, as in that ball was hit twice, but that was unable to be returned by the Mustangs. 13-11, Violet Taylor serves it over the net to Bambro. Mustangs will attack. It's Browning. She finds Violet Taylor in the back row. Rebels attack. Left wing, Peterson off the arms of Slaw to the roof. Nicely done there by Reagan Browning as that ball changed directions. Dug out by Ellie Argyle. They go to Scott, middle of the floor attack. Off of the forearms of Slaw. And that ball's going to be tipped out of bounds as Callie Bear tried to find the open slot on the floor, unable to do so. 14-11 Rebels. Violet Taylor will serve again. Taylor lets it go. Dug out by Slaw. They go back to Slaw. Her 10-foot line attack. Dug out in the back row by Argyle. Peterson with the left wing attack. She just bumps it. Nice diving effort to keep it alive. Slaw tries to keep it in place. She does. Nicely done by the Mustangs defense. Rebels have the ball. Peterson on the left wing. She attacks. Nicely slapped in the air by the back row of the Mustangs. Taylor has the ball. She goes to Wilson. Peterson. This time they cannot return it. The Crushing Russian strikes again. Darlene Peterson kills it from the near side to the far side in the back row. It'll be Violet Taylor to serve once again, 15-11.
Left no doubt on that one.
Heck of an effort, though, from the Mustangs defense as they play that one back. Slaw's going to attack from the 10-foot line. Argyle digs that out for the Rebels. They go to Peterson. She attacks left wing. That is going to be out of bounds. Sadie Davis with a little dodgeball there as she tried to get to that ball. Gym class pays off for Davis. 15-12 on the Station on Main scoreboard here in the LSR Refrigerated second set. It will be Callie Bear to serve as Bear lets it go. Peterson digs it out. Wilson sets up Scott on the far side. Scott's attack from the right wing. Nicely dug out by the Mustangs. Mustangs will attack Davis with a reverse bump. Wilson, she plays it to Jolly. Jolly to Scott. Rebels attack off the arms of Slaw. Mustangs will attack with Sadie Davis in the middle of the floor. She tips. Diving effort. Casey Wilson keeps alive. And it's a kill. Diving kill for Casey Wilson. What an effort. Keeps it alive. She gets rewarded. 16-12 on the Station on Main scoreboard. That is a Bear Lake Realty kill for Casey Wilson. We said that about Nia Jolly, but when Casey Wilson's picking up Bear Lake Realty kills, things are going really well as Hannah Scott serves off the arms of Slaw. They go far side, Browning. Violet Taylor digs it out for the Rebels. They go to Argyle, middle of the floor attack. Off the net, that looks like it got deflected to no avail. Maybe they hit the top of the net because that ball changed directions. I think it did. As it'll be 16-13, Mustangs have the serve. They trail by 3 on the Station on Main scoreboard. That ball's going to fall for an ace for Abby Schofield. We talked about Cameron Slaw's serving ability. Abby Schofield has 3 aces already today. Looking to add on to her total. She'll attack off the arms of Violet Taylor. Give her another one. 16-15, Rebels with a 1-point lead on the Station on Main scoreboard. This has been a very, very entertaining game so far. Back and forth, especially the second set, which is brought to you by LSR Refrigerated. Abby Schofield will serve. And they're going to call out of rotation against the Rebels.
And after being tied at 11, you're tied at 16.
Dueling 5-point runs by each team as Schofield will serve. She attacks. Nicely dug out by Violet Taylor. Wilson will set up Jolly. She tips it over. Blocked. Nicely done by Sadie Davis as she blocks that down on the Rebels side. As they tried to find Jolly on the right wing attack, no good. 17-16, don't look now, but the Mustangs have the lead.
First time they've led in the match.
Schofield will serve off the arms of Anna Scott. That's going to be a 2-point lead. Another ace for Abby Schofield. Impressive display of serving from Schofield, and head coach Wendy Lamborn's seen enough. She's going to take a T7 propane timeout. You're listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels Volleyball on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. We'll be back after this.
A healthy smile improves life in many ways. Fresher breath, increased confidence, and better overall health. Dr. Sean Grohl and his team at Comprehensive Family Dental have been supporting Rich Rebels for over 25 years. Call today and schedule your next appointment. Go Rebels!
Supporting the Rich Rebels in everything they do. J-Bar Auto and J-Bar Excavation in Randolph provide services to Rich Rebel fans every day. Auto repair, tires, sand, and gravel. J-Bar Auto and J-Bar Excavation on Main Street in Randolph. Stop in today.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth. You're listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels Volleyball on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. Abby Schofield will serve as she continues her impressive run. Hannah Scott gets her arms to it. That's into the crowd. 19-16, Mustangs with the lead. As Janie Walentine will check into the ballgame for the Rebels, she'll replace Scott as Schofield will serve. I think that's 3 straight aces for Schofield as she attacks. Violet Taylor digs that out. Casey Wilson will set up Peterson in the middle of the floor. Peterson tips it over. Diving effort keeps it alive as they go to Peterson on the near side. They're going to call another lift against the Rebels. 20-16, Rebels need to break the run. Schofield will serve. That serve's going to go long out of bounds. Good job by Violet Taylor to get out of the way. 2017, Mustangs with the lead, Rebels with the serve.
That was an 8-0 run by the Mustangs.
Fueled by 3 aces in a row by Abby Schofield. 4 aces in a row, actually.
Well, 4 aces in the service.
Oh, 4 aces in the service. Excuse me. Nia Jolly will serve. That's going to be in as Nia Jolly picks up the Crawford Trough ace, and she is fired up about it. 20-18, Rebels trail by 2 on the Station on Main scoreboard. As Jolly will serve again.
Maybe a little help from her mom that made that call.
Jolly will serve again. That seems like that shouldn't be able to happen. But as it stands, Bambro will attack for the Mustangs. Rebels keep it alive with Walentine. Peterson attacks. Mustangs have the ball. They'll set up Slaw. 10-foot line attack. She lets go. Nicely dug out by Violet Taylor. Rebels go to Peterson. Peterson kills that ball. That ball was absolutely hammered by the Crushing Russian. She picks up a Bear Lake Realty kill. That ball from the left wing to the free throw line. No one in between. 2019, Rebels with a chance to tie in this service. Nia Jolly will serve.
Darlene's in double digits on kills. That's 10.
Jolly serve off the arms of Browning. They go to Slaw. Slaw attacks from the back line. Violet Taylor nicely digs that out. Wilson plays to the middle. Argyle, she'll attack. Middle row attack dug out by the Mustangs. They come to the other side. It's Browning. Dug out by Walentine. Town of Woodruff sponsors that as Peterson's going to bump it over from the 10-foot line. And 2 Mustangs run into each other and make an error on a play. That's 2020, and that's something that can't happen if you're the Mustangs, Rod. That mix-ups happen, and it stinks when it happens, but neither side really want to see that, especially on a nice soft bump over as Nia Jolly will serve again. So lets that go. Tipped over the net by Schofield. Rebels have the ball. They're going to call a violation against the Rebels. Awful lot of violations. Or actually, they called that against the Mustangs. I'm sorry. I'm not sure what they called. They called a violation against the Mustangs. That gives the Rebels a 21-20 lead on the Station on Main scoreboard as Jolly serves it. Browning digs it. Schofield plays it out of the net to Sadie Davis, where Nia Jolly will pick up the town and Woodruff dig for the Rebels. Argyle attacks in the middle of the floor. That's long, out of bounds. We're tied up, 21-21 on the Station on Main scoreboard. And we're going to get a substitution as Nia Jolly will check out. Ava Ellsworth will check in. 21-21, Station on Main scoreboard. These have been two very entertaining sets. Reagan Browning will serve, the sophomore, on the approach. Lets it go. That's off the arms of Ellsworth. Wilson will set up Peterson on the left wing. Her attack to the floor. Diving effort to keep it alive as that ball hit Browning. Browning played it into the chest of Slaw and unable to get to it with Sadie Davis as Peterson absolutely let another missile go. She'll serve. 22-21. Ball's off the net, falls on the Rebels side. And that's something the Rebels are going to want to clean up as their service errors, especially late in the game. 3 points to the score set. You can't really have a service error as Sadie Davis will serve for the Mustangs. She attacks, nicely dug out by Violet Taylor. Wilson sets up Taylor, left wing attack, tips it over, and she's going to find the hardwood off a couple of arms of the Mustangs. Diving efforts from Davis and Slaw respectively, can't get the ball back over. 23-22. Rebels back on top on the Station on Main scoreboard in the LSR refrigerated second set. Speaking of LSR refrigerated and the Wallentyne family, Janie Wallentyne checks out. Argyle with the serve. Slaw will attack for the Mustangs, and that ball is going to find the hardwood inbounds. Nice attack there from Devin Slaw as Hannah Scott checked back in for Wallentyne before that play. 23-20.
Trying to get their coach the kill, but you got to give that one to Cameron.
Kate Bambro will serve. Diving effort from Peterson keeps it alive. Schofield. They go back to Schofield. She'll attack. That's going to go out of bounds on the far sideline. 24-23. As if you're the Rebels, you want to end it right here because if you look to the other side, next up in the service slot, Cameron Slaw. And if you can keep her off the service line, probably better for you.
Yep.
Casey Wilson plays it over. Davis. They set up an attack from Bambro. Nicely dug out by Casey Wilson. Nia Jolly. Scott will attack from the middle of the floor. Off the arms of Bambro again. Davis will attack from the 10-foot line. Off the top of the net. Good concentration by Peterson. Keeps it alive for the Rebels. An attack from Violet Taylor. Bambro digs it out for the Mustangs. Mustangs attack with Schofield. Excuse me, that's Bear. Rebels get the ball back. Scott attacks in the middle of the floor. Tips it over the net. And that'll do it for us here in the LSR refrigerated second set. Hannah Scott buries the kill. 25-23 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Rebels win that set. And with that, you're listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rebels Volleyball on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. We're going to go to the Gator Bear fan cam as we're going to focus the fan cam on the Rebels student section. A lot of those are football players that played in a game, but they're still using a lot of energy to keep this crowd rocking. The fan cam is brought to you by Bear Lake Realty and broker Gary McKee in Garden City, your home and real estate investment experts. Beachfront property, a mountain retreat, year-round living or investment properties. Whatever you're looking for in the real estate experts at Bear Lake Realty can help you find it. Visit bearlakerealty.com today. We'll be back after this.
When you drive on the best tires that are rotated, balanced, and inflated properly, you can save money two ways. The best tires can reduce wear and tear on your vehicle. That saves you money in the long run. The best tires can also improve your overall miles per gallon. That helps you save every time to fill up at the pump. At Freeway Tire in Evanston, we offer the best tires with the best service for every vehicle. Make sure you're running on the best tires you can. Visit Freeway Tire today, 217 Bear River Drive, Evanston.
This presentation on mylocalradio.com is also brought to you in part by Hoover Chiropractic. With over 3 decades of experience, Dr. Todd Hoover can help you with all the chiropractic work you need, plus x-rays, blood work, a weight loss program, and can help you get rid of allergies and migraines. Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic in Evanston.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth. This is a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rebels Volleyball on 98.3 and mylocalradio.com. We are in the Rich County Government third set. Rebels with a championship cause. It is almost time for the Pam Corney at Town & Country beginning serve, as it'll be the Rebels to kick us off.
Rebels with 10 kills on that one. The Mustangs was only 3, but the Mustangs had 6 aces to Rebels 1, and the service errors 3 and 4. And I would say the highlight of that one would be Abby Schofield's 5 aces. I know Coach Stewart's somewhere in the stands because I saw her earlier, but I want to talk to her because I've noticed Manila does a lot more attempted kills from the middle of the floor, where the Rebels seem to always do the kill from right at the net. I'm not sure if that's a design approach from the Mustangs. Seems to be a little bit unique.
I think it's a little bit of both, where sometimes they're just unable to, when they're playing defense, they're unable to dig it back with a young team.
I'm not sure what the percentage chances of a kill from the 10-foot line versus right at the net would be.
It could also just be them getting the ball to their best players, as it'll be the Rebels to open the serve. Violet Taylor does the honors, gets us underway. And that is off the arms of Davis. Nicely played by Slaw. They're going to play it into the net as Browning tried to attack from the 10-foot line. Rebels with a 1-0 lead right off the bat. Violet Taylor will serve again. Browning with a dig for the Mustangs. They attack with Devin Slaw. Tipped at the front of the net by Hannah Scott. Wilson, she'll set up Peterson. Left wing attack. Off the arms of the front row and down to the floor. Darlene Peterson with another Bear Lake Realty kill.
Number 11.
That is number 11 for Darlene Peterson, as Violet Taylor will serve. Couple of Mustangs run into each other, but they're able to keep the ball in the air. Browning, she'll attack from the 10-foot line. Ball on the Rebel side. Peterson, she attacks from the 10-foot line. Off the arms of Browning. Give Peterson another Bear Lake Realty kill. 3-0 Rebels on the Station on Main scoreboard here in the Rich County Government third set. Taylor serves again. Browning with another dig for the Mustangs. Slaw will attack. Peterson digs it out for the Rebels. Brought to you by the Town of Woodruff. Hannah Scott attacks. Diving effort from Davis to keep it alive. Over the net in one hit. Jolly, she'll try a dump set. Nicely defended by the Mustangs. Rebels have the ball again. Jolly, Peterson left wing attack. Off the arms. Peterson's able to keep it alive. Wilson, back to Peterson. Peterson attacks from the left wing again. Off the arms, into that. Nicely played there by Bear, and they're going to call a lift, as just wasn't quite able to get that ball over the net in a legal manner. 4-0 Rebels on the Station on Main scoreboard in the Rich County Government third set. Taylor, her serve dug up by the Mustangs. Go to Slaw, her 10-foot line attack. Hannah Scott gets her fingers to it, but Argyle gets the dig. Peterson, she'll attack left wing. Off the arms again. That is kill number 13 for Darlene Peterson.
Rebels started the match with a 7-0 run, 4-0 run in the second set, got a 5-0 run going in the third.
And head coach Devin Slaw has seen enough of this. She's going to call a T7 propane timeout. You're listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rebels Volleyball on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Every person added together makes a community great. Rich County, Utah is filled with individuals that are kind, hardworking, and filled with integrity. We're proud of our children and understand that they have the capacity to make the world a better place. Showing support for every student at Rich High School fosters a healthy community. The Rich County Commissioners, clerk, and citizens of our community say good luck to the Rich Rebels today and every day. Go Rebels!
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth. We're in the middle of a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels Volleyball on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. Rebels on a 5-0 run. Violet Taylor will serve. She's been at the head of the run, as her dad's standing at the far end of the court. See if she can bounce an ace off the floor into her dad. Davis has other ideas as she digs that out. They go to Slaw. She'll attack at the net. Blocked by Hannah Scott to the floor. Hannah Scott picks up the epic recreation block and gets mauled by her teammates. Darlene Peterson about shoved her into next year. 6-0 Rebels with the lead on the Station on Main scoreboard as Violet Taylor served into the net. That ends the 6-0 run by the Rebels. Mustangs. It'll be Cameron Slaw to serve. Slaw dribbles it, approaches from the back wall. She'll attack, lets it go. Nicely dug out there by Violet Taylor Wilson. Peterson, left wing attack. She finds the hardwood. Darlene Peterson with another kill. That makes the score 7-1 on the Station on main scoreboard. Rebels lead 2-0 over the Mustangs here in the Rich County Government third set. As Hannah Scott, she'll serve off the top of the net. Nice concentration there from Slaw to keep it alive. She'll attack from the 10-foot line over the head of Wilson. Finds the back corner. Nice shot there from Cameron Slaw. 7-2 on the Station on main scoreboard. Rebels with a 5-point advantage here in the third set. Brought to you by
Go ahead.
Rich County Government.
Slaw's 5th kill of the match.
Callie Bear, she'll serve. Darlene Peterson digs it out. Wilson. Argyle will attack from the left wing. Nicely dug out by the Mustangs back row. Bear will attack. That's going to be long. Out of bounds. Point goes to the Rebels. 8-2. Checking in the ball game for the Rebels. Number 21, Janie Walentine. She'll replace Hannah Scott. 8-2. The Station on main scoreboard reads as Nia Jolly will approach the service line. Rebels lead 2-0 over the Mustangs in this critical West 1A matchup as that serve is dug out by Slaw. They go to Davis. Davis tips it over the net. Nicely done there from Sadie Davis as she found a soft spot in the Rebels defense. Checking in the game for the Rebels, number 7, Ava Ellsworth. She'll replace Nia Jolly. It'll be Abby Schofield to serve again as Ellsworth gets the dig. Wilson plays it to Argyle. Argyle will attack from the 10-foot line. That's going to go long, out of bounds, 8-4. And a couple of the long runs that the Mustangs have gone on have been Schofield at the service line. As she attacks at an angle, lets it go. That's into the net. The announcer's curse works in the Rebels' favor this time, Rob.
Well done.
It feels much better when it's when it happens to the other team versus us, as Darlene Peterson will serve. She unleashes a serve. That ball was sinking from the go. That's going to be a Crawford Trough ace for Darlene Peterson. That ball almost looked like a Shohei Ohtani splitter as that thing dropped once it crossed the net. Peterson to serve again. Nicely dug out there by Browning. Mustangs attack from the 10-foot line into the net. 11-4 Rebels on the Station on main scoreboard in the Rich County Government third set. They lead 2-0. As Peterson, she'll attack. This serve into the net. This time, Rob, the ball did not wait till getting over the net to drop. That ball dropped at the net. Into the net, Darlene Peterson charged a service error. She is human. 11-5. Rebels over the Mustang on the Station on main scoreboard. Reagan Browning will serve for the Mustangs. She lets one go. That took a weird hop off of Ava Ellsworth's arms as Peterson's just going to play it over. Rebels live to fight another play. Slaw attacks right wing. Off the arms of Argyle. Punched in the air by Casey Wilson over the net. Mustangs have the ball. They attack middle of the floor. Browning, she does that nice tip play there again, and that'll fall. Reagan Browning has a lot of accuracy on those tips. She's able to find the soft spot in the defense. And once again, Rob, this is a very young Mustangs team who will bring back all 6 starters to next year's squad. As Reagan Browning will serve, the sophomore lets that one go, and she crushed that one. That's going to go long, out of bounds. Rebels have doubled up the Mustangs, 12-6. Hannah Scott will check back into the game for Janie Walentine here in the Rich County Government third set. Station on main scoreboard reads 12-6 Rebels. Ellie Argyle at the line. She'll let it go. Dug out by Slaw. Couple of Mustangs run into each other, but they're able to play it as Slaw's attempt blocked by Hannah Scott. Give Hannah Scott 2 epic recreation blocks on the match. This time she's not exactly mauled by her teammates. Probably for the best, as I think last time they almost actually hurt her. Ellie Argyle will serve.
Friendly fire from her teammates.
Nicely dug out by the Mustangs. Slaw will bump it over. Rebels have the ball. Argyle. Wilson finds Scott in the middle of the floor. She attacks. Why not? Off the arms of Schofield. Bumped over to Browning. Browning will attack from the 10-foot line. Peterson with a dig on the Rebels side. They go to Violet Taylor. Taylor unleashes. Violet Taylor mixes it up as she's been tipping the ball more than she's been hitting it. That time she unloads on the ball. And she almost gets mauled too.
Her 3rd kill of the match.
Back line for the Rebels getting pretty excited as Argyle lets it go. Nicely dug out by the Mustangs. Slaw attacks from the 10-foot line on the right side. Nicely dug out by Peterson. They go to Taylor. Taylor, she'll tip it. That one's out of bounds. Rebels lead 14-7 on the Station on Main scoreboard. The Mustangs have the serve. It will be Sadie Davis. As she lets it go. Nicely done by Peterson to keep that one alive. Scott, her attack from the left wing. It's going to be off the arms of Brown. Bambro tried her best to get to that ball. That's going to go into the bleacher seats. 15-7 Rebels with the lead on the Station on Main scoreboard. It'll be Casey Wilson the serve for the Rebels. Wilson lets one go. Bambro with the dig in the back row for the Mustangs. Played by Slaw to Browning. Browning's attack from the 10-foot line on the right wing into the net. That ball falls, and don't look now, but the Rebels have a 16-7 lead. We're going to go to a T7 propane timeout. You listen to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels Volleyball on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Every person added together makes a community great. Rich County, Utah is filled with individuals that are kind, hardworking, and filled with integrity. We're proud of our children and understand that they have the capacity to make the world a better place. Showing support for every student at Rich High School fosters a healthy community. The Rich County Commissioners, clerk, and citizens of our community say good luck to the Rich Rebels today and every day. Go Rebels!
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth. We're in the middle of a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels Volleyball on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. The Station on Main scoreboard reads the Rebels 16, the Mustangs 7 here in the Rich County Government third set. Rebels, of course, have a 2-0 lead. And the serve, Ellie Argyle will step back to the line, get us back underway.
Casey Wilson.
Casey Wilson, I have corrected. And it looked like Argyle was trailing back to the server spot. It'll be Wilson.
The Mustangs put up a nice run in that second set, but this is the exact same score the Rebels had in the first set, 16-7.
Job's not done yet, as the Rebels will look to keep their foot on the gas. You don't want to let the Mustangs back in because you never know what can happen. You want to just get this over with if you can, as that's dug out by Davis. Slaw will attack from the 10-foot line with a reverse bump. Casey Wilson dump set. Nicely played by Schofield. Mustangs will attack. And that's going to be a lift called against the Mustangs. Rebels with a double-digit lead as Casey Wilson will step back to the service line. She lets one go, nicely dug out by Bambro. As they play it back to the middle where Browning will attack Wilson with a nice Town of Woodruff dig. Rebels have the ball. Scott, she'll punch it from the 10-foot line, dug out by Schofield. Slaw will attack. She tips it over the net. Wilson gets underneath it, keeps it alive. Rebels attack. Scott, middle of the floor, tries to find the back corner. No avail. 17-8. Rebels with a 9-point advantage, but the Mustangs with the serve here in the LSR in the Rich County Government third set. That serve in the air. Wilson finds Scott, middle of the floor. She'll attack. Nicely dug out by the back row of the Mustangs. They'll attack from the back row with Davis. Peterson. Wilson to Violet Taylor. Taylor tips it over the net. Nicely played there by Bambro. They go to Slaw. Slaw attack. Blocked at the front of the net again. I think Nia Jolly got that one. Epic Recreation block for Jolly, and that ball's going to go into the net. 4 hits against the Mustangs. Rebels extend the lead to 10 again. Nia Jolly, Rob, another one of the Rebels that has sneaky good hops. As Taylor will serve. Dug out in the back row. They're going to go to Bambro. She'll attack. Falling away. Scott punches it back over. Nice play by Hannah Scott. She saw Bambro was falling back when she hit that, so she hit it right at the spot where Bambro was.
Yeah, that was a big hole.
Nicely done by Hannah Scott. Violet Taylor will serve 19-8 on the Station on Main scoreboard in the Rich County Government third set. She lets it go. Dug out in the back row by the Mustangs. It's Browning. Browning attacks. That's going to go long, out of bounds. Dodgeball pays off again for Violet Taylor. As we can thank the gym class teacher for that one, as she got low to get out of the way of that ball. 20-8, Rebels with the lead. Taylor will serve. Tipped over the net by Bambro. Rebels attack. Peterson, she finds the hardwood as she attacks from the left wing. Finds the empty space on the right wing. 21-8, Rebels with the lead.
Did you want to know she has 15 kills?
Does she have 15 kills?
She does.
Violet Taylor serves it over the net. Nicely dug by Davis. Good effort from Schofield to keep it alive as Bambro just plays it over. Argyle with the dig. They go to Peterson again. Why not? That is off the chest of Sadie Davis as Peterson hammered that ball 22-8.
Can't give her the kill on that one, but that was a nice hit.
Violet Taylor to serve.
She's been serving all night.
Dug out in the back row by the Mustangs. Slaw will attack. That's going to go long, out of bounds, 23-8. Rebels with the lead on the Station on Main scoreboard in the Rich County Government third set. Violet Taylor will serve. Taylor over the net, dug out. Peterson doesn't touch it as that ball looked like it was going over. Into the net to the floor, 24-8. Rebels have game point, Rob.
Match point.
Taylor will do the honors. Lets it go, Davis. They go to Slaw. Wilson digs it up. Jolly to Scott in the middle of the floor. Scott will attack long, out of bounds. So if the Rebels want to win this, they'll have to do it on a return. 24-9. Rebels with the lead. Devin Slaw will serve.
That's the coach.
Cameron Slaw will serve, excuse me. They go to Wilson, to Scott on the far side. Scott's going to finish the game. Rebels pick up a 3-0 victory. Hannah Scott with the game-ending Bear Lake Realty kill. As the Rebels take this set 25-9, and they remain undefeated in conference sets as they are now 21-0 in sets in conference, Rob. That is incredibly impressive, as that'll do it for us here in the Rich County Government third set. We're going to go to the Bear Lake, the Gare Bear fan cam, as we try to catch Gare Bear on the Gare Bear fan cam. Would that be Gare Bear fan cam?
Sure.
Or I'd say probably Gare Bear cam. But for all your realty needs, call Gary McKee at Bear Lake Realty, selling Utah and Idaho. Call Gary McKee in Garden City. Your home and real estate investment experts, beachfront property, a mountain retreat, year-round living, or living investment properties. Whatever you're looking for, the real estate experts at Bear Lake Realty can help you find it. Visit bearlakerealty.com as the entire student section gathers on the floor. We'll be back after this.
Signage is a critical part of your business. It helps customers find your front door. Rocky Mountain Sign will provide you with expertly designed signs, LEDs, channel letters, as well as skillfully cut signage using wood, metal, plastic, and other mediums to help your customers find you with high-quality signage. Using the best technology, designs, and installation by Rocky Mountain Sign. Your signage says a lot about your business. Work with the professionals at Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street in Evanston, Wyoming.
Whatever brings you to Evanston, whether it's high school sports, a teaching conference, music festivals, speech and debate, or your job, always book your hotel reservations at the Best Western Dunmar Inn. With 165 ground-level rooms on 10 beautiful acres, the Best Western offers everything you need, including clean, comfortable rooms, a business office, workout room, and a full-service restaurant, plus a complimentary breakfast with every stay. Whenever you're in Evanston, make your hotel reservations with your friends at the Best Western Dunmar Inn.
Time flies, especially when you're having fun. This is Jeremy Rex, manager at T-Bar S in Evanston. It's hard to believe that we've been here almost a year with our new management team and staff. Did you know that you can have your vehicle detailed, your windshield replaced, ship repair done, or get your trailer refinished or rewired at T-Bar S? Of course, we are a full-service collision repair shop, too. You can even change your oil and your brakes. Visit T-Bar S today. Let T-Bar fix your car. 515 County Road, Evanston.
Amazing people work at the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier. From the receptionists to the doctors, the x-ray techs to the food service staff, from the phlebotomist to housekeeping and everyone in between. The care you receive can't be matched anywhere else. We really care about your health. We care about you. We work hard to have top quality equipment and facilities and provide a wide range of services so we can serve every patient. When selecting your healthcare providers, choose Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. You'll feel the difference.
It's time for the Mound Valley Cattle Company post-game show. Eddie and Ton Jetson out of Thatcher, Idaho, supporting Rich Rebels in all their endeavors. Stay tuned to the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital post-game highlights. The final score on today's Station on Main scoreboard is the Rebels 3 sets, the Mustangs 0. The Rebels win those sets 25-21, 25-23, and 25-9. You listen to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Volleyball on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. We'll be right back.
Success doesn't come by accident. Success requires hard work, perseverance, learning, sacrifice, and believing in yourself. Eddie and Todd Jensen established the Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho on these very principles. The students, staff, athletes, and coaches at Rich High School value these same fundamentals in education and activities, in athletics, and in life. Good luck, Rebels, from Mound Valley Cattle Company, serving customers in Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming since 1997.
Amazing people work at the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, from the receptionists to the doctors, the x-ray techs to the food service staff, from the phlebotomist to housekeeping and everyone in between. The care you receive can't be matched anywhere else. We really care about your health. We care about you. We work hard to have top quality equipment and facilities and provide a wide range of services so we can serve every patient. When selecting your healthcare providers, choose Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. You'll feel the difference.
Welcome back to the Mound Valley Cattle Company postgame show, where we are broadcasting live from the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth. Let's take a look at some postgame highlights brought to you by Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, the most caring hospital on earth. We're going to go to Rob Leifson.
Well, I think the Rebels show their power. They had 29 kills to the Mustangs 11. Darlene Peterson with half of those with 15. Cameron Slaw with 5 for the Mustangs. 7 aces for the Rebels, 8 for the Mustangs. So if you're going to compliment your team, Coach Slaw could definitely hit that on a positive note. Violet Taylor had 4. Abby Schofield had 6 aces. But if you're Coach Lamborn, 26 unforced errors for the Rebels. That's going to get some practice time. The Mustangs had 24. Service errors, only 6 for the Rebels, 11 for the Mustangs. And I was impressed with the Mustangs' fight in that second set, but the Rebels dominated that third set.
Yeah, you could tell the Rebels just kind of overwhelmed them at the end in that third set because the Mustangs are very game. Don't get me wrong. They came out and they played very, very well. Obviously, the Rebels shot themselves in the foot a little bit, but in order for a team to shoot themselves in the foot, you have to give them a chance to do it, and the Mustangs did that for most of the night. And unfortunately, in the third set, it got away from Manila, but, I mean, fortunately for Rich took care of them in that third set. And that's just the difference between the two teams. The Rebels are a very, very good team, where the Mustangs are just a very good team. Coming up next, the Dr. McKay Franklin Precision Play of the Game here on the Mound Valley Cattle Company postgame show. Today's final score on the Station on Main scoreboard is the Rebels 3, the Mustangs 0. Rebels win those sets 25-21, 25-23, 25-9 in the third set. You're listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Volleyball on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
So this is the Reserve at Bear Lake, most beautiful place in the world. Come here and find out how you can buy your own Airbnb property and help pay for itself, or just come here and enjoy a second home. Sports courts, pools, hot tubs, access to 200 miles of mountain trails. Brand new homes now starting at $600,000. Quarter shares starting at $250,000. Would like you to invite you to be part of that. Call Gary McKee at Bear Lake Realty at 435-946-8888.
Hello, this is Dr. McKay Frankham. As a dentist in Evanston for over 20 years now, my mission has always been to provide quality dental care for people of all ages at reasonable prices. I'm a detail-oriented person, and it's important to me to stay current on new dental procedures and protocols that can help my patients have the best experience and have the best results. Over the years, I've also worked to keep my overhead low so that I can pass those savings on to my patients. I believe everyone deserves quality dental care. Please call us today at 307-789-8910.
Welcome back to the Mound Valley Cattle Company postgame show, where we are broadcasting live from the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth. Eddie and Todd Jensen out of Thatcher, Idaho, supporting Rich Rebels in all their endeavors. It is time for the Precision Play of the Game, brought to you by Dr. McKay Frankham, Precision Family Dentistry at affordable prices. Call for an appointment today, 307-789-8910. Once again, it's 307-789-8910. And I think we're going to give the Precision Play of the Game to Ellie Argyle because she found the very far back left corner from the middle of the court. Her and Hannah Scott very adept at doing that. Nice shot there. We're going to give the Precision Play of the Game to Ellie Argyle.
And the runner-up is to Hannah Scott because that double touch on the return that she put down for one of her 6 kills was perfect timing.
Yeah, awful lot of players that we could choose from today's Player of the Game, but I think we have a winner who it's going to be.
I'm going to toss it up between Darlene Peterson and Violet Taylor because Violet served almost the whole match, but Darlene with 15 kills, it's hard to pass up.
Giving it to Darlene Peterson. Coming up next, we're going to have one final Freaky Fast recap brought to you by Jimmy John's in Evanston. You're listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Volleyball on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. We're also going to have a calendar update. The score on the Station on Main scoreboard was the Rebels 3, the Mustangs 0. Rebels win those sets 25-21, 25-23, 25-9. The Station on Main. How convenient.
At Rich School District, we believe that success motivates individuals, and every student is capable of learning. We believe an effective classroom facilitates learning. We believe in the development of lifelong learners, and we believe that a quality education makes a difference. Student involvement equals student success. Currently, 93% of Rich High students participate in extracurricular activities. Rich School District, providing a quality, well-rounded education for each student.
Signage is a critical part of your business. It helps customers find your front door. Rocky Mountain Sign will provide you with expertly designed signs, LEDs, channel letters, as well as skillfully cut signage using wood, metal, plastic, and other mediums to help your customers find you with high-quality signage. Using the best technology, designs, and installation by Rocky Mountain Sign. Your signage says a lot about your business. Work with the professionals at Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street in Evanston, Wyoming.
Whatever brings you to Evanston, whether it's high school sports, a teaching conference, music festivals, speech and debate, or your job, always book your hotel reservations at the Best Western Dunmar Inn. With 165 ground-level rooms on 10 beautiful acres, the Best Western offers everything you need, including clean, comfortable rooms, a business office, workout room, and a full-service restaurant, plus a complimentary breakfast with every stay. Whenever you're in Evanston, make your hotel reservations with your friends at the Best Western Dunmar Inn.
What happened? Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth as we try to fix the screen. Something happened on my screen. I don't know if you guys could see it. But we are in Randolph, Utah. Utah, there we go. Good try. Get paid for talking for a living. It's amazing. As we're going to look at the calendar update for the upcoming week for the Rich Rebels, as the volleyball team, they'll be in Tabiona on Thursday night for their final conference matchup of the year. And then they'll head to Richfield for a tournament as they'll play in their final tournament of the season. The JV team will head to the ICS tournament, a little closer drive for them. The football team will be in Cokeville. The cross-country team has a meet on Saturday at 9 a.m. The Cokeville football game starts at 1 p.m. And that'll do it for our calendar update. We're going to go to a Freaky Fast recap, where our Freaky Fast recap of tonight's game is brought to you by Jimmy John's, where Freaky Fast and Fresh meet and to make delicious gourmet sandwiches every day. Did some freaky fresh food today. I did. It was great. Jimmy John's, 113 Front Street, Evanston. Today's matchup had some great plays, but let's go over some stats real quick. Let's get a rundown of the final stats before we give you the final scores.
Well, again, I think the 29 kills for the Rebels just shows their power. But unfortunately, the 26 unforced errors, 29-26, it's nice, but that would be the point that I would work on. I like the only 6 unforced errors with 7 aces. I always want to see a higher ace total than you do the unforced or the service errors.
What about individual stats?
Darlene with 15 kills. Ellie Argyle had 3. Violet Taylor with 3. Hannah Scott with 6 and 2 blocks. Nia Jolly with a kill and a block. And Biotata with the 4 aces, 1 for Darlene, 1 for Ellie Argal, 2 for Naya, and I think that does it for the Rebels. For the Mustangs, 2 kills for Reagan Browning, 3 for Sadie Davis, 1 for Kelly Blair, and 5 for Cameron Slaw. And the ace leader, once again, Abby Schofield. And your league ace leader, unfortunately, only came up with 1 more to add to her 96. So she's sitting at 97, still looking for that triple digits.
So, yeah, just only sitting at 97. That was like 35 more than the next closest person. I think she's going to get to 100. She'll probably get to 100 really quickly.
She had some nice serves, but you can credit the Rebels for some nice service return on that one.
Again, the final score on the Station on main scoreboard, Rebels with a 3-0 win over the Mustangs. 25-21, 25-23, 25-9. Thanks for joining us today for both the football and the volleyball game. It's been a long day. It's been a fun day, but we're kind of glad it's over. We've both been up all day. You fighting fires, me throwing candy. Yeah, you throwing candy too, so you probably had a longer day than me. I should stop complaining. Thanks for joining us today. Please make sure you support our businesses who advertise with us during our games, as they are the ones who make this all possible. I'm joking about it being a really long day, but it's been a great day. This job's so much fun, and without all of you guys, none of this is possible. But until next time, go Rebels.
The proceeding has been a sports production and sports broadcast of Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC. No portion of this production can be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC.